Good morning, this is Roger Guy of Chapter7Attorneys.com. I wanted to do a short informational video on rebuilding your credit after bankruptcy. And there are, I think, 7 important tips for rebuilding your credit after you file a bankruptcy case. The first one is get a secured credit card. That you can go to your bank and inquire from your local bank as far as getting a secured credit card. You can also, after you finish a bankruptcy, a Chapter 7 bankruptcy or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, go to the bank and just open up a small line of credit to reestablish your credit. The other thing that you can do is go ahead and get a mortgage after you file a bankruptcy. And that is going to take a little bit more time, maybe between a year and 2 years, but it can be done so long as after you've completed your bankruptcy case, you've made sure that you've paid your bills on time after that point. And you also want to develop, of course, good money habits after you're out of the bankruptcy. You don't want to overspend. You want to go ahead and pay your bills on time. You want to go ahead and pay your utility bills on time. If you have a car payment, your car payment on time, a mortgage payment on time. You also want to make sure to go ahead and, if you haven't done it after you've filed a bankruptcy case, is to open up a checking account and a savings account, make small deposits in those accounts on a consistent basis. One of the things that people don't seem to know is that, as far as your credit score itself, the credit cards make up about 30% of your credit score. So you want to make sure that you are keeping your credit card payments on time and that type of a thing. The other thing is this, that if you have credit cards, one of the factors that the credit card companies are going to look at and how it affects your score is actually how much of that credit limit you've used. So if you are just maxed out again on all of your credit cards, you have very minimum limits left on your credit cards, then that's going to hurt your credit score, and that's something that you want to be careful of. Another thing that you might want to pay attention to is your debt to income ratio, and this is also going to help you in qualifying for a mortgage. If you have a substantial income but you have a lot of debt, that's obviously going to hurt your credit score. So you want to keep your debt low. You want to have some open lines of credit. Normally, if you have 3 to 5 credit cards, that's usually pretty good. And again, with those cards, pay them on time. Don't get them to the point where they're maxed out as far as their actual credit limits. You want to, of course, make sure that any installment loans are paid in full, whether that's a furniture payment or whether that is going to be a vehicle payment, things of that nature. You want to make sure that they're consistent, that they're being paid on time. And as I was referring to earlier, 7th, you want to make sure that you don't close all of your credit cards. It is a good thing to have credit cards so long as you do not max out the credit card limits themselves. So I hope that you found these 7 tips on rebuilding your credit after you filed either a Chapter 7 bankruptcy or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy to be useful. And if you have any questions, again, my name is Roger Guy of Chapter7Attorneys.com. You can call my office at 770-792-1000 or visit me at www.chapter7attorneys.com. We are a debt relief agency, and we do help people file for bankruptcy under the Bankruptcy Code. I hope that you found this video to be useful. Thank you.